Okay, I am back. This video I'm going to be talking about, of course, the second semifinal, as well as the Big Five. And I forgot to mention this in the first video, but I write extensively about the original contest on my blog. I'm going to link to that in the comments. What am I talking about? The description, of course. I'm going to link to that in the description, and you can check that out for reviews much more detailed about each entry, and I'll be blogging both the semifinals and the final live on the 3 nights, so check it out if you're interested. Let's see, starting out with Bosnia. I really like that song when I hear it, but I think the performance is way too weird, with the huge leg swings and the stomping and all of that. I think it's too peculiar, and it looks, or it's gonna look, really weird on a big stage, I think. So, depending on the presentation, it may do quite well, because the song is fun, and he is so charming that they have potential, but I did not like the performance, unfortunately. Austria, great to see them, but the song, I think the strength of that song is the singer, because she's really good, but the song itself is kind of one of the middling songs. It's not that special. Kind of slow ballad with not a lot of personality. The Netherlands, I like his voice a lot. I wish he'd had a better song, because the song is kind of anonymous, doesn't have a lot of personality, and it's easy come, easy go. It's quickly forgotten, unfortunately, because I think he's good. The singer's good. So I don't have high hopes for the Netherlands this year either, unfortunately, because I love the Netherlands. Belgium, on the other hand, they may do really well, or they may totally bomb. I'm not sure what the audience is going to think of that a cappella thing. The song itself is pretty good. It's almost too good for the ESC. It's kind of like Ukraine's problem last year, that it was a too demanding song for audiences to take in that short of a time frame. So I'm not quite convinced that it'll do well, but I like the song, and I say kudos to Belgium for sending something like it. I think that it's a talented band, and the song deserves credit, definitely. But it may go totally both ways. Hard to say. Slovakia, pretty song, pretty melody, pretty girls, not least. Another middling entry. Nothing wrong with it, but nothing that special either. Ukraine, I love the song, but for me, it totally depends on the performance, because the presentation of the song, because I actually, when I first saw it, it was on YouTube, and I saw the performance from their national final, and I was totally distracted. I didn't even catch the song, to the extent that I didn't think I liked it until I got the CD. And I heard it, and I said to myself, what was I thinking? I love this song, it's fantastic. But I was so distracted by those almost naked men in body paint with angel wings dancing with mirrors that I couldn't even pay attention to the song. So I hope they're not doing that in Düsseldorf, because I think that may really spoil their chances. And it's a wonderful song that I love, with a beautiful singer and a lovely voice. I hope they do well. I really hope so. But they may shoot themselves in the foot with that mirror angel dancing boy in body paint thing, unfortunately. Moldova, nothing wrong with the song, but nothing special either. It's fine. A couple years ago, they sent an entry that had so much life in it, Hora di Moldova, that I think is great. I love that song still, and they can really do it, but I think this song is just too bland. Not enough personality, unfortunately. Sweden has a lot of personality. That's not the problem with that song. I am so torn about the Swedish song. I think the melody is fantastic. The beat is so addictive. It just pulls you along, and it just grabs hold of you and won't let go. My problem is that I wish it was in some language I couldn't understand, because the lyrics are so fucking embarrassing. Is it about a guy who wants to join so you think you can dance and be famous so he can get a girl he likes? That's what I take away from that song. And I just think, I feel bad for the singer, because he sounds like he's just so immature and so stupid and so and the song, the lyrics, they're like a total byproduct of our reality-obsessed culture. I think the lyrics are so awful, they ruin the song, so I both love it and hate it. I listen to it a lot, because I do love it, I love the melody, but I think the lyrics are just awful, awful, awful. And of course, as always, I don't really care how Norway does, as long as we beat the Swedes. So I'm hoping even one notch up from them will be good. But this song could possibly really go all the way. It could bomb too, because people might think it's too much with the exploding glass cage and what all, and just too in your face. But it could go really, really far, which I'm kind of hoping not, because I just hate those lyrics. Ugh. Cyprus. I like the Cypriotic song a lot. I think it's a beautiful melody. I think the way that they've added sort of a Cypriotic ethnic element to it is really good. I like him. I like his voice and his sort of presence. The more I listen to it, the more I like it, and I think it's a beautiful song. And if people are looking for something genuinely ethnic, they may very well be drawn in by the Cypriotic entry. So maybe, to my mind, one of the best efforts from Cyprus ever in the contest. Bulgaria. It's another of those, you know, I like seeing those guys back, and I think it's a really fun entry, and I think I love their effort, but I think this song is, compared to their first effort, when was that, 2008, I think this just pales in comparison. I think this is fun, and I salute them for doing it. I love that they're singing in their own language, but this just doesn't do it for me anywhere near what the first song did, so unfortunately. I'm hoping for the best for them, but personally I will not be voting for them. I think this song is nowhere near their first effort. But kudos to Moldova for sending something a little different from a lot of what others are sending. Macedonia, nothing wrong with the song. Fine to listen to. I like it when I'm hearing it, but I don't remember it much afterwards. So another of the middling sort with nothing wrong with it, nothing that special. Israel, I was so disappointed by Israel this year, because it's Dana, and she was fantastic. Last time she was so fantastic that she won. And that song just kicks ass even today, but I was really disappointed. This song is boring. The melody's boring, the performance is boring, there's just nothing to this. I hope we won't see them in the final, because this is, and compared to their effort last year too, which was fantastic, this is just a big disappointment for me. No, they can do better, and she at least could do better. Back in 1998. Slovenia, very pretty song, beautiful girl and a beautiful voice, and I liked the song a lot. I think that they could have presented it differently with just her on stage, but maybe they will. In Düsseldorf, I'm not sure about that yet, but it's not that special. It doesn't really have the standout personality. It's missing that little extra something, so good luck, but I'm not quite convinced. Romania, good song. I like it a lot. Not as good as their previous efforts several years back. They've sent some really good songs, and their song last year was fantastic. This song is not on that level, but it's really good. I think they're going to probably do pretty well. It has a good beat, fun performance. It's, yeah, I'm hoping for good things for Romania, but it's not the winner. They will win one day, but I don't think it will be this year. Estonia, another entry that I like kind of despite myself, because it's also pretty dumb, but it's fun. I like her. I think she's a fun performer, and I think that the song it has just an addictive beat, and the lyrics are kind of stupid, and I'm not sure what the message of the song is, if there even is one, but I think it's a fun entry. I'm not at all convinced it'll get to the final, but it's fun. I've been listening to it quite a lot on my MP3 player, and I think it's fun. Kudos to Estonia for lightening the mood a bit. Belarus, on the other hand, they are, I don't know what they're doing to the mood, but they're changing it a lot, and I love it. I'm sure that I could find negative things to say about this entry, and I'm sure it's not quite politically correct for me to like it, but I think it is so much fun. I think it's totally shameless. And I love seeing that. It's so honest, and it's so in your face, and the beat is fantastic. You remember it immediately, and you can chant along with it, and I think the singer is sweet and charming, and looks like she's having so much fun, so I love Belarus this year. I'm not going to vote for them for obvious reasons, but kudos for a really, really fun entry. Latvia. Another of those ones that's fine to listen to, but nothing special. I neither love it nor hate it. It's fine, but it's too anonymous. Denmark, kind of, the melody is fine. I like the melody quite a lot, but I think that the title is such a cliche, and I think it's just cliche fest, the whole thing. I'm not a fan of the Danish entry. I think the whole thing is very unoriginal. Totally different lyrics. Definitely. Should have had. No. Not a fan. Absolutely not a fan. Ireland. Okay, if I'm not a fan of the Danish song, I am like an anti-fan of the Irish song. The first time I heard it, like the first 30 seconds, I thought, oh, this should be fun. It's not fun, it's annoying. There's hardly any difference between the verse and the chorus, so it all just sounds like one wall of sound that coming at you, and it's annoying. It's a really, really annoying song. No points to Ireland. No, sorry. Cannot deal with Ireland. They have lost a lot of, I don't know what it is that they lost, but they have sunk to the bottom over the past decade or so, and I'm sorry, Ireland, this year too, you fail. Ugh. But then comes France, and I love France. Seriously. Saturday, May 14th, vote France. It is the most amazing song. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. I think it's so beautiful. I love the guy. His voice is so fantastic. I love they're singing in Corsican. Oh, it's awesome. It's a brilliant, beautiful song. I'm listening to it constantly now. I love it. I am worried, however, that they may totally bomb with this song, because it sounds like something from Les Miserables. It's not your typical Eurovision song. Far from it. It's so different from a typical Eurovision song. So my hope is that the audience will like it anyway. Maybe we'll be relieved to have a bit of a break. And the UK 2 years ago did really well with a song that was also not your typical song, but was a kind of, could have easily been from an Andrew Lloyd Webber musical, in fact. But of course that was Andrew Lloyd Webber. So, I don't know. I have no idea how it's going to end up for France. I think they should win, personally. I think they're the obvious winner in this lineup. And I will be voting for them like crazy. But they may actually end up totally bombing. I'm hoping not, but they may. I'm worried that they may. But they are the moral victors, in any case. Because their song is so fantastic. It's the best song this year. Hands down. Italy, I am thrilled to see Italy back in the contest. I love having them back. I just wish that their song had been better. It's another one of those middling songs that they're sort of, with the song itself, there's nothing much wrong with. It's not very memorable either. It doesn't really have a lot of personality and all of this, but for me, it's mostly ruined by the singer, because I think he has a very weak voice. I don't think he's a good singer at all. So, unfortunately, I'm thrilled to see Italy back, but I wish it had been with a different entry, because I'm not at all impressed with this one. The UK, however, have quite impressed me. I like the song. I never thought I would say this again, but I really like the UK song much more than I thought I would. It's grown on me. When I first heard it, I was quite dismissive and I didn't really like it, but now, after listening to it quite a few times, I'm enjoying it. But it's not a great song. It's in the middling thing, but it does have a chorus that is much more memorable than most of these other middling entries, and of course it's blue, so they may get quite a few votes on that. I don't know how big they are outside of the UK. I don't follow modern music, except for the ESC, of course. I don't know. But I hope they'll do pretty well this year. I think they deserve it. I think they will, hopefully, because it's this is much better than what they've been sending, and they're sending real professional artists with experience, who know what they're doing, and I think that's a very good thing. Kudos to Britain for finally getting their asses in gear. Germany, I think it's freaky weird to be sending the same singer. I have to say that. I'm thinking that's freaky weird the whole time. But done is done, and she is a good performer. She's a good singer. I like her voice. I like this song a lot too. I think it's a really good song. I think it's, again, like Ukraine's song last year, kind of too sophisticated maybe, a bit too on a level sort of above the usual ESC fare, I think perhaps it is. But so it may not do all that well because of that. But it's a very interesting song and it grows on you. So unfortunately, I think it would have benefited from being heard more than once, but it won't be. So good luck to Germany. It's a quality entry, definitely, and they deserve to do very well with it. But it may be a little above people's heads. Maybe it's maybe a little too low-key for people to really pick up on how good it is. And then finally Spain, ending with Spain. On a low note, I have to say, I think Spain, they're sending a lot of samey songs. And I'm not impressed with this. I think this is... It's okay, there's nothing wrong with it, but it has very little personality, it has no real hook. I'm not a fan, unfortunately, of the Spanish song, and I think that it sounds a lot like other songs they've been sending in recent years and doing really badly with, I'm sorry to say. They have. They've been doing badly, so maybe it's time to think outside the box even more than they did last year. Nothing wrong with the song, but nothing special either, and I would imagine that Spain, being such a big country with so many people and such a rich culture, should be able to do a little bit better than this. So for me, this review is ending on a low note, but keep trying, Spain, because we know you can do it. That's the end of that. This is my thoughts. Again, my thoughts. This is not a prediction of how anything's gonna go, although I'm hoping for France, Serbia, and Hungary in the top 3. France is definitely the well-deserved winner of this. I'm so hoping they'll win, and I'll vote for them so much, but these are just my thoughts, my opinions, and I may be totally wrong, so let's all watch the show and see how it goes. Good luck to all the contestants, except Portugal.